Welcome, everyone, to Combat Wrestling Trivia. Tonight, we have our World Contenders Tournament, the quarterfinals matchup between Steve Mesa and Erick Moreno. And thank you, everybody, for joining in. It's a little bit different tonight. Because you see me on the screen right here. Yes, indeed, I'm JB3. I know normally you think, oh, this is on Twitch. Oh, normally this is cast you usually see. Well, sometimes schedules don't work out and people, they need me. And tonight is that night. So we're going to have a great matchup, Combat Wrestling Trivia, right here. And welcome to the chat. Welcome Chris, LaBelle, Topher's here. Welcome to the show. We're going to go ahead and introduce our players. We're going to bring them in, and we're going to start the matchup today. So this is the World Contenders Tournament. This is, let me go ahead and actually show the bracket first. We'll get that bracket in. So everybody check out this bracket. As you can see, the updated bracket. Tonight we have Erick Moreno versus Steve Mesa. And we're going to see, this is our last quarterfinal match of the tournament. We're going to see who can win and advance in the tournament. I'm kind of curious how that's going to go. So without further ado, we're going to bring in our first player. Our first player, he is former CWT Twitch TV champion. He is a former Lights Out Trivia Mid-Cardinal champion. And he is a former 82,467-time 8-sat champion. Mr. Mesa Media himself, Steve Mesa. How are you doing, my friend? You're muted, just to let you know.
Yes. Thank you for giving me that heads up. I appreciate that. But to update that information, no longer former, currently reigning, defending ASAT champion for my ninth.
That was the time. Nice.
So no, man.
So 87,682 or 83.
166 days defending. That's my longest record yet so far, and nobody has yet to surpass it. And I doubt anybody shall. But let me just say this. I love doing wrestling trivia. I love hosting wrestling trivia. So to be able to do, to be a competitor and to host, I love doing this type of stuff. Now, I'm not as great with wrestling as I am with movies, but I think my prestige says by itself. I am a former Wrestling with Trivia champion. I am a former CWT Twitch TV champion. So I mean, my prestige says for itself, but like I like to be humble sometimes. So I got a good match ahead of us with Erick. He's a very formidable foe, and I would not be ashamed in losing to him because he knows his yet.
All right, well, that's good to hear. Well, now that you mentioned that, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and bring in your opponent. I believe this is his second matchup. I believe he just had a match at CWT. And now this is his second matchup here. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the game. He is a notable prick. It makes me laugh. Erick Moreno, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. This is my second match ever in a tournament. This is the first tournament I've been in. Oh, it's the second tournament I've been in wrestling. I'm currently in the semifinals in the Wrestling with Trivia Tag Team Tournament with Jacob Cameron.
Nice.
And if you know your wrestling tropes, you know that a last-minute replacement in a tournament often gets lucky in these matches if that's the correct booking, but this is not predetermined, so anything could happen. I know Steve in many trivia divisions, in wrestling, in horror, in regular movies, in Lights Out, and he's, as he said, I already said, he's a formidable opponent as well. He has many accolades to prove that. He's so a great guy. He's been my tag team partner in horror. That's the Evil Pricks. And so I'm excited to play this match. I do know my stuff, but anyone can win, as you can often see in many trivia matches. So anything could happen. It depends on the questions, knowledge, even sometimes our health state. It has happened to be before. I don't want to say didn't get the chance to prep or something like that. But today I'm already well eaten. I have water besides me, and I'm ready to go.
All right, that's good to hear. Skeleton Crew, right? That's where you are in the WWT tournament. You guys are the Skeleton Crew. That's right. Check them out over there. WWT over on Pierce Wrestling on YouTube. Check them out. And also ASAT on Pierce Co. JPO does his thing. So we're going to go ahead and get to round one. And it works like this. 4 questions worth 1 point each, 2 questions each based on the first round strengths given by both combatants, 1 final question with 4 possible answers in 1 random category, and 1 point per correct answer, giving you a total points available of 8. 8 points available today. We're going to go to the first strength today. And our first strength is going to be, I believe, Erick Moreno. It's going to be your strength. It is going to be Undertaker pay-per-view matches. Undertaker pay-per-view matches. And your first question in this category. And we're not on Twitch tonight, so normally when you just want to throw out a disclaimer, normally when we're on Twitch, normally we don't have to worry about this, but because we're in Lights Out, we're on YouTube, anybody in the chat, please refrain from answering questions until everyone is in. It is much appreciated. All right, so without further ado, question number one. In Undertaker pay-per-view matches, at which pay-per-view event did The Undertaker win his 4th and final WWE Championship? Go ahead and let me know when you guys are in. All right, looks like Erick is in, maybe.
Yeah. That won't come up with anything better, I guess.
All right. Steve, what do you got?
I got Judgment Day.
And what do you got, Erick?
Yeah, I got a similar idea with Unforgiven 2002, but it's probably Judgment Day.
All right, the correct answer is Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Judgment Day. All right, we're going to go to the next question. Yes, and Topher, I think you're listening. Next question. What kind of match did The Undertaker and Batista have for the World Heavyweight Championship at Backlash 2007?
Second time Batista Undertaker match has been asked in my matches. I'm happy about it.
It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Right.
You guys both in. We're going to go to you first this time. Erick, what do you got?
Last Man Standing.
And Steve.
I also went Last Man Standing.
The correct answer is Last Man Standing. All right, now, Steve, we're going to go to your string. IWGP World Championship. And your
Or Heavyweight Championship.
question in this one. Who is the only wrestler to have more than one reign with the IWGP World Championship? All right, you guys are quick to the boards. We're going to go to you. You guys are both in, correct?
Yeah.
All right. Go to you, Steve. What do you got?
It's the Rainmaker Kazuchika Okada.
And what do you have, Erick?
Oh, don't give it to him. He didn't write Kazuchika Okada. Nah. Just kidding.
Oh, yeah, it's fine. If you're ready, Okada. All right, we're going to go to the next question.
See on Okada champion.
Who did Shingo Takagi defend the IWGP World Championship against at New Japan Pro Wrestling Wrestle Grand Slam at the Tokyo Dome in 2021? Again, we got some people writing the boards quickly. Ooh, we have a rate. All right.
I should be sure.
And anybody coming into the chat, remember?
Sorry, didn't hear Steve.
No, I'm 50-50 on this one, but I got an answer to that.
Yeah, I got the
Yeah, anybody in the chat, just wait till they're in before you answer. Otherwise, all good to go. We're going to go to you first. Erick, what do you have?
So I'm almost sure Hiroshi Tanahashi was the Tokyo Dome and the MetLife Dome was Evo.
And Mesa.
Yes, sir. Hiroshi Tanahashi, baby.
Indeed. Bringing Mesa to 4, Erick to 3. All right, what we're going to do now is we're going to go to the 4-point question. The category for the 4-point questions, Fatal 4-Ways. Fatal 4-Ways. Give you guys a little bit more time to answer this. Here it is. Which 4 wrestlers competed for the Intercontinental Championship in a fatal 4-way match at No Way Out 2001? Right, and I was almost gonna tell the chat to bet your loonies. Chat, bet fake loonies today because we're not on Twitch. But if you want to bet some loonies, go ahead and bet some fake loonies. That is still work. Or if somehow Cass re-airs this on Twitch, bet your loonies then. Otherwise, he'll probably just put it on YouTube.
But if he puts it again, it would be shady to put a tape match, right?
Yeah, right. I know, right?
Yeah.
I watched it already. I know who wins. All right, are you guys both ready?
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to go to you first, Steve. What do you have?
I got the Rabbit Wolverine, William Regal, Chris Jericho, and I think it was Kane. Could have been Kane.
Keep that up for a second. All right, go ahead. Eric, what do you got?
I think we have the same idea, similar. Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit, William Regal, and Eddie Guerrero, but I'm not sure.
All right. So here are the correct answers. It is Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, and X-Pac. Eric, you got 3, tying the game up at 6.
Nice.
Right. As we finish our first round, we're going to go ahead and go to another round. We're going to go to round number 2. And here's how round number 2 will work. 4 questions for each player based on second strength provided before the match. Each correct answer will be awarded 1 point. Will award 1 point. There are no steals. 4 total points available per player in round number 2. All right, so Steve, because you're up at the top of the list, and you guys are tied, I'm just going to go to you first.
Okay.
All right. All right. Here we go. Steve, your category in strength is WWE pay-per-views in South Florida. Right?
Yes, sir.
Cool. First question. Yes. Undertaker challenged Batista for the World Championship in which type of match in Survivor Series 2007?
Hell in a Cell match.
All right. That is correct. Giving you the point. Your next question. Which wrestler won the WWE Championship at Armageddon 2002?
That would be Lingy. Oh, wait a second. Hold up. Wait a second. Rewind. Take that back.
I don't even know what you said. So.
Okay. So 2000, that would be actually Kurt Angle.
That is correct for your second point of the round. Question 3 in your category in strength. Who challenged for the WWF Tag Team Championships at Armageddon 1999?
APA.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is the Rock and Sock Connection.
Ah, shit. Wrong Armageddon.
And your last question, Steve. How many eliminations did Rey Mysterio have in the 2006 Royal Rumble?
6.
Quick to that one. Correct
Nice.
on that, giving you 3 points. Giving you a total of 9 for the round. We're going to go to your strength now. Eric, and your strength is NXT TakeOver. NXT TakeOver. Here's your first question.
Good strength. That's good strength.
What was the first championship to be defended in the main event of a TakeOver that wasn't the NXT Championship?
Has to be, right? The NXT Women's Championship.
That is correct for a point.
Has
All
to
right,
be.
next question. Yes. In which year was the first TakeOver Chicago event?
2017.
That is also correct for another point. Question number 3. Which TakeOver is the only TakeOver to have all of its matches be championship matches?
Shit, that is hard.
Actually, fucking hard.
NXT Takeover New York.
The correct answer is NXT Takeover New York.
Oh, it is. Nice. I wasn't sure.
Good job on that. Question 4. Question 4. How many wrestlers competed at NXT Takeover Philadelphia that also competed in a Royal Rumble match the next night?
Come on, Chris. Okay. Let's go 4.
Unfortunately, that's incorrect. The correct answer is 3.
I should have went with the when in doubt.
3 it out.
3 it out, yes. But that's the end of round number 2. And the end
Do
of
you
round
happen to
number
have the wrestlers to wear just to
What were the
create-
answers? Who were the 3 wrestlers if you have them?
I
If you don't have it,
that
Skype.
on the list. I don't have that on the list. I know Adam Cole was one of them.
Yeah, I knew.
Almas Andrade was one of them too.
Yeah, I knew Andrade too.
Yeah.
Maybe Gargano, but I'm not sure about Gargano. And I figured a women's wrestler, but Ember Moon, I thought. But
I had discussed this before about maybe a few days ago, but I don't remember. My brain.
yeah, no problem.
All right. Well,
No, I didn't knew it either. So
we're tied up 9-9. We're going to go to the battle zone now.
Oh, no.
The battle zone works like this. The battle zone. All right. One question with at least 10 possible answers will be asked. The player with the lowest score will start until they guess 5 guesses each. Each correct answer is worth 1 point, and it gives you 5 total points available each player for this round. All right. So we're going to go to our battle zone category. And our battle zone category for today is going to be the Great American Bash. The Great American Bash. And here is your question. Including NXT and WWE, who are 10 of the last wrestlers that have main evented a Great American Bash pay-per-view event in a one-on-one match? And as you see, Great American Bash in the parentheses, that's exactly what it is. We're going to go to you first, Steve. And we're going to go to you first, Steve, and I want you to tell me your first answer.
Adam Cole, Bay.
All right, and what do you have, Eric?
the person I think he fought against, Keith Lee.
All right, Steve.
Yeah, we're gonna go with Carmelo Hayes.
All right, and Eric.
Maybe, I don't remember the last one. I'm gonna go with Io Shirai.
All right, and Steve.
Ilja Dragunov.
Oh, it's the recent one. Okay.
All right, and Eric.
I'm gonna go Sasha Banks.
Steve.
All right, let me see. Let's go with Braun Breaker.
All right, your fourth one, Eric.
Let's go. No, it's maybe Grayson Waller.
All right. what do you have? Last
is
one,
this,
too.
this is my last one.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna say Undertaker.
All right, and what do you have? Last one for you, Eric.
Edge.
All right. I'm going to give you guys the correct answers. The correct answers are Carmelo Hayes, Ilya Dragunov, Ron Breakker, Cameron Grimes, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Keith Lee, Io Shirai, Sasha Banks, Triple H, and Edge.
Oh, it was Edge. Okay.
A total of 4, and Eric a total of 4.
Oh, wow.
You guys both at 13 points apiece as we go to our
Christ.
final round. To our final round. All right, we're going to go ahead and get ready to hit our final round right now. All right, so final round works like this. Starting with the lowest score, each player will choose 3 numbers between 1 and 20. Each player will answer their own question until they take the lead. Then if one player is out of the questions and does not have the lead, the game is over. And put that back up because I didn't finish reading. If one player runs out of questions before the leader answers any of theirs, a KO is declared. If there is a tie after both players answer 3 questions, sudden death overtime will occur. And sudden death overtime will happen the way it happens. All right, yes, it is indeed a great match. Topher, we are going to go ahead and get ready for our final round. And so, Steve, since you're up top, I'm going to give you the opportunity. I'm going to give you the opportunity to tell me if you want me to shuffle. How many times should I shuffle the final round questions?
I want you to shuffle with when in doubt, 3 it out. Let's shuffle that shit 3 times.
All right, shuffle it 3 times. All right. 2. 3. All right. They're shuffled 3 times now. We'll start with you, Steve. I want you to give me 3 numbers from 1 through 20.
Yes, we're gonna go with 954.
All right, and Eric, you?
You said 954. It's the one you said, right?
Yep.
Okay. Let's go 8, 3, and 7.
All right, 837 954 and 837.
See
So
what you kind of did there, buddy.
I don't know what I did.
There's numbers close apart. You know.
I don't know. I wanted to pick 619, but you took 9 out of me.
Oh,
I always want to do 619. They always take my number.
Brother, I had to represent my code, man. I live in the 954, so I had to take that. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
all
I should have
right.
went with my code. No, don't matter.
All right, so what's going to happen here is I'm going to get ready to start. We're going to start with you, Steve, and your first question is going to be in the category of, you picked number 9, and that is going to be in the altitude era.
Okay.
The altitude era. All right. So your question, Steve, for 3 points. How many times has Dolph Ziggler competed in a ladder match at a TLC pay-per-view event?
All right. I'm gonna go with 4.
The correct answer is 4.
Oh, good job.
All right, giving you 3 points, Steve, bringing you to 16. All right, so now we're going to go to you first, Eric, with your questions. And your first category was 8, and that is going to be in the category of the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble. 3 points, Eric, here's your question. In the mini Royal Rumble on an episode of Raw in 2008, who was the only wrestler in the match that was not a little person?
The Great Khali.
The correct answer is the Great Khali.
This is one of the most watched videos on WWE channel.
That's funny. Yes, indeed. All right, so that brings you to 16 points as well. So we're going to go ahead and go to Steve's next question. You picked number 5, Steve, and that is going to correspond with the category that is known as Wrestle Crap. Wrestle Crap. Here is your question. Which wrestler won the 9-man KFC Colonel Sanders Rumble at the 2018 Royal Rumble event?
Jeez.
I'm gonna say Shawn Michaels.
Unfortunately, that is incorrect. The correct answer is Ric Flair.
Oh wow!
Is Ric Flair. But because you guys are tired, we're going to go to your second question, Eric. And you chose number 3, and number 3 responds to. And sorry for not doing this as well as Cass, but it's Black Excellence. So everyone, go check out Strictly for the Culture. #build. They're a completely Black-owned company, and they're great people over there. Go buy their merch, Strictly for the Culture. #build. Cass knows the entire tagline. I know like 40% of it, but great people over there. Follow them on Twitter. Check them out. Awesome stuff. Your question in the category of Black Excellence. In which year were Harlem Heat inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame as a team?
Shit. Shit. 2016.
Unfortunately, that is incorrect. The correct answer is 2019. All right, we're going to go back to you, Steve. We're going to go back to you. Still 16-16. Still a tie game. What a match.
Yeah.
Steve, you selected number 4. Number 4, and that is going to be in the category of Lucha Libre.
Okay.
Lucha Libre. All right. So, all right. Cool. So Steve, I'm sorry to do this. I can't see your other hand. I know you're good, but yeah, I figured it was probably just like on your elbow or something, but just for the integrity. Like Kurt Angle says, right? One of the 3 is. All right, here's your question in Lucha Libre. How many times did Lucha Underground hold an Aztec Warfare match?
I'm gonna say 5.
Unfortunately, that is incorrect. The correct answer is 4. 1 off.
Another 4 question.
Another 4, yeah.
All right, and speaking of 4, not speaking of 4, you just had 4.
Speaking of 4, give me the answer.
Right, you just had 4. Your last number that you selected, Eric, is number 7. That is going to correspond with the category that is known as the Survivor Series. The Survivor Series. And here is your question, Eric. For 3 points. Triple H defeated Ric Flair in which type of match at Survivor Series 2005?
I gotta be. No, my conscience won't let me. I'm sorry, but you have to remove this question. Chris asked me this question after our last match ended 2 weeks ago, so it wouldn't be fair to me to answer this question.
Very honorable of you. He probably did not realize that. Okay, fair enough. The honorable person.
Gotta change my nickname now. But yeah, he told me this question because it would have come up and he'd asked me after it. Yeah. You want to know your right questions? Yeah.
All right. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just ask you to give me another number that wasn't one that you selected, and we'll go with that.
How many numbers are the numbers we're within?
1 through 20.
Okay. Let's go double 7, 14.
Double 7, 14. All right. That is going to correspond with the category ECW. ECW.
Great.
All right, here you go. Your question in ECW. Who defeated the Sandman in a barbed wire match in the main event of Holiday Hell 1996 to win the ECW championship?
Let's go with Sabu.
Unfortunately, that is incorrect. The correct answer is Raven.
Oh, okay.
I would have thought Sabu too, my friend. Hey.
Yeah, the memory of seeing him like filled with barbed wire made sense to me. So.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Topher in the chat giving you props, Eric, for that honorable move that you just made.
That's the right thing to do with a so close match. I wouldn't want to win like that.
No, understandable. That is completely an honorable thing from your part. So we are in sudden death. So what this means is I'm going to have them both pick a number, and then I'm going to give them both their questions without revealing what's correct for the answer. And then after it's done, if there's a deficit in the score, if one is right and one is incorrect, and there is a deficit in the score, we will determine a winner. So Steve, why don't you go ahead and give me one more number?
Yes, let me get 11.
All right, you got 11. And Eric, what do you have?
Let's go 2.
All right, 2. All right, we'll start with your question, Steve, and then we won't give you any correct answers for that, and then we will go straight to Eric, and then we'll see how everything unfolds. So Steve, you picked number 11. Okay, and that is going to correspond with the category WrestleMania.
Okay.
WrestleMania. All right, so here is your question, Steve, in the category of WrestleMania. Who was the Intercontinental Champion going into the ladder match at WrestleMania 32?
Kevin Owens.
All right, and Eric, we're going to hold off on the confirmation if that's incorrect or correct. Your category, you picked number 2. It is Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor. Here is your question. In which year was the original ROH Pure Championship introduced?
It would be pretty ironic if I lost on a Ring of Honor match, of all things. 2004.
All right. I'll drop the question. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of this matchup, and moving on to the next round, cannot be determined yet. because the correct answers are Kevin Owens in 2004.
Oh, you tricked me. I wasn't sure about that.
Which brings them both to 19 apiece.
Wow.
I did knew Kevin Owens. I knew that was right.
We are still tied. Cass, I got to do the trick. All right.
He did the thing. He did the thing.
I did the thing. All right, so I'm going to go ahead real quick, and I'm just going to do some deletions here because we've asked quite a bit of questions. That's gone. That one's gone. That one's gone.
Hey, man, we're having a banger, dude.
Yeah.
No matter who, honestly, no matter who loses, we're having a hell of a fucking match.
We already won. The viewers already won, too. Yeah.
The viewers, yes.
Yeah.
That one's gone. That one's gone. And that one's gone. Okay, so there's a few left still. I'm going to go ahead and have you guys give me a whole nother number. What do you want to give me, Steve?
I'm thinking 1 through 20, correct?
Yep.
Let's go 10.
All right. 10 for Steve. Eric?
Let's go 19.
All right. 19. We're going to do the same thing we did last time. I'm going to ask you both the questions without giving a confirmation whether it's incorrect or correct. We're going to start with you, Steve, again, and you picked selected number 10, and that is going to be in the category of NXT.
Okay.
NXT. All right. All right. Your question, Steve, in the category of NXT. Nick Miller and Shane Thorne were known by which tag team name in NXT?
PM61.
All right, and we're going to go to your question, Eric, and yours is in the category, which you picked number 19, which is first match. First match. In which year did Terry Funk wrestle his first match for the WWE, which at the time was known as the WWF?
I should have studied with Terry Funk after his passing. Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, Terry Funk.
Rest in peace.
So, 1971. No, sorry, 1979. I meant that.
All right, you're gonna have to give me which one you want to pick.
Yeah, 79. I meant to say 9, but I got confused. Sorry.
All right.
I don't think it would matter. But yeah, I meant to say 79.
All right, I'm gonna drop the question. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match and moving on to the next round into the semifinals. Congratulations, Steve. Mesa, TM61. Steve, congratulations. You got the victory. But before I do that, I just want to say you are going to be really upset. I hope you don't break windows, Eric, because the correct answer is 1971.
Oh, shit. Oh, okay.
That's why I had to get the clarification for that, and you picked 79.
Yeah.
But it was 1971. Steve, you got the win. You got the victory. What a matchup. Double overtime. Double sudden death. How you feeling, Steve?
Listen, man. We talked about this during this match. The viewers won, really. We all, the viewers won in watching this awesome match. I think this might have been my highest scoring match with it being overtime, because getting up to 22, that's saying something. And it's nothing nothing. Eric's prominent. He's a prominent and future star in combat wrestling trivia. Eric, don't let this be. This is just a mere, just a mere obstacle that you're going to get through. I know you're going to be at least a champion in this league within the next year. So don't let this, like I said, obstacle stop you, because you're going to go all the way for sure, brother. You're a future world champion. So I'll do any matches with you, my friend, whether we're a tag team or against each other, because this shit was awesome. And yeah, that's all I got to say about that.
All right. Well, Eric, man, that I don't think there's ever been a closer matchup. You literally said the answer and you changed it. There's some cases in trivia matches where you're forced to accept the first answer, but in this case, I had to just do the clarification, and you chose 79. But
yeah, I did it before you said it, so it makes sense. I wish I hadn't. now that I know it. But, yeah.
But all the things that Steve said is true, man. You are a absolute great competitor in this league. You know you're wrestling, and this seems like to be a really good league for you. You got a lot of big, huge pulls, and I mean, some would even say technically that last question is a low key, off the record pull, because you almost kind of got it. But all in all, you won your first match. You went to sudden death against Steve, and you did. Unfortunately, you took the L on this one, but kudos to you for being a great player. How are you feeling?
Oh man, I did make a run for Babyface of the Year, making pulls that I didn't know I knew. Like, I should have trusted my instinct. I didn't really knew Terry Funk. I knew it was 70s because it's triple WF. Yeah, it makes sense, 70s. But I didn't know how old he was when he did it. And I should have take the answer that my brain got out of the way first, because I really did meant to say 79 just because it make more sense to me. I knew he had matches in the 70s, but I didn't know that early. And yeah,
right.
even sure. the Ring of Honor one, I didn't know for sure. I only knew because of one match I had a couple matches ago. Somebody mentioned the Nigel McGuinness unification with the Bryan Danielson, so I knew it was after the world title, but not before 2006. Like not after 2006. So it's one of these years.
Right, and you definitely should change your name to Honorable, because there is a part of this matchup where you could have, and that's how it would have worked out. If you would have answered that question correctly, you would have won the match. If you would have went and just said, I don't care if I've heard this question before, that's the host's mistake. That's the league runner's mistake. And you could have ran with it and took the victory, but you chose to use integrity. You chose to play with honor, and you switched up your question and you got a different one, and you went to sudden death, and you ended up getting. So talk about babyface of the year, man. Babyface of the century for that. But
yeah, I want to travel to Florida and shake Steve's hands, because it's totally close, extremely stressful, but really knowledgeable match. Like, I don't get to. I do get many close matches, but most of the time I don't last that long. But like, it always seems closer in paper than it is on the actual match. But this one was like, how do you say it? Neck and neck. Like,
neck and neck. Yes, it was.
When he got the lead, then I got the lead, and apparently, without knowing it, we got the same score in the battle zone and all of that. Yeah, gotta be one of the better matches of the tournament. I need to watch. I'm sure everyone had a great match. Like, as you said, JB2, you had a great match with JPO and a huge comeback.
Let me be the notable prick in this one. We had the best match in the tournament so far, so people are gonna have to live up to this fucking expectation. So, guys,
really good match.
Guys, fucking step up, all right? Huh? I'll be the notable prick. I'll be the heel in this one. You got all these false get up to 20-something fucking points. What up, motherfuckers?
All right, well, guys, thank you guys for watching. And before we go, guys, head over to twitch.tv/Castifer to watch Combat Wrestling Trivia. Follow and subscribe. And remember, it's September. September is here, and that means subscriptions are half price. So go over there, twitch.tv/Castifer. Give a follow, give a subscribe. September, it's half off of all subscriptions. Until then, from JB3, from everyone in the chat, from Steve Mesa, Erick Moreno, we love you guys, and you guys have a great day and all the good things happening.